Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lord Exsus, and I want to welcome you to the Outer Worlds. Now, as you may or may not know, I've done some 10 odd videos on the Outer Worlds here on the channel, and I had to stop recording the gameplay for you guys because I was having a slew of technical issues. I don't know whether this was with the game itself, or with the recording in the game, or what it was really. However, since then, I've done my own private playthrough, completed the Outer Worlds, and had an absolute blast with this game. So I thought I wanted to get back on the videos for you guys, but this time I want to do something slightly different. This time, of course, I want to try Supernova difficulty. So, for any of you that do not know, Supernova difficulty is more or less the survival mode from other similar open world-esque RPGs. Now, I'll click on new game here and I'll read exactly what Supernova mode is and explain it to you guys, and then we'll get in. So, welcome to the Outer Worlds 1.5, I guess, episode 1.5 would be an apt description of this. And hopefully it all goes brilliantly and I don't die horribly and absolutely wet out over this whole playthrough. So let's see how this goes, guys. Okay, new game. Okay, and here we are, Supernova. Supernova mode is the hardest difficulty and can only be selected at the start of a game and is recommended for advanced players. So right off the bat, we're fucked. Absolutely fucked. Supernova mode adds additional challenges to the game. If you reduce the difficulty below Supernova mode, you cannot re-enable it. So, enemies have more health and deal more damage. Awesome. It's just what we want. You must eat, drink, and sleep to survive. Your companions can, and probably will, die permanently. Crippled body and limb conditions can only be healed with bed rest, but handled as well. You must sleep to get rid of them. Weapons and armor work very poorly at 0 durability. You can only fast travel to your ship. You can only sleep inside your ship. You can only manually save while inside your ship, and autosaves are limited. So that is what Supernova difficulty is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all got that. I certainly did. And I am ready to rock and roll, so I hope you are too. Let's do this thing. And as usual, no subtitles for anything. Let's do this.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay, and here we are, guys, back in the character creator, and I'm going to keep this fairly light on the ground. My decisions for choosing the stats I am going to is kind of the same as it was before. I want to be geared more towards conversations. This may seem like a bad idea initially, and it probably will be initially, because obviously things are going to hit me a lot harder and hurt a hell of a lot more and kill me very quickly. But I'm hoping, because I don't know, that in the long run this will pay off. So I'm going to hit up Intelligence high, Perception high, and Charm high. So I'm going to leave it. And yeah, that's how it is. Let's do this. Okay. And again, dialogue's going to get
probably talk your way out of a landing ticket.
I probably could, yes, Phineas. I probably could. And the next one is actually this time going to be
You
tech.
wrote that paper on breeding a cystipig with 30% more tumors.
Awesome. That's exactly what I was writing a paper on, yes. So tech and dialogue this time rather than stealth. Okay, next. And once again, I'm going to go with cashier and get a persuade bonus of 1.
I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and subtract.
Well, yeah, I have a tech background as well, Phineas. Okay. Okay, and this time I'm not going to take too long to customize the character. We are going to male. We are going to the third face in. We're going to have him... this guy is going to be Mr. Every Guy. I just want you guys to know that. I have chosen as well, or I will choose if the option isn't set to that already, to actually have full face masks on in dialogue. That may make things slightly better, may make things slightly worse, but I actually want to see all of my armor this time. So, yeah. So this doesn't matter as much, but we're just going to choose skin tone. Eye colour is going to be a very boring brown. And the only other thing I'm going to choose, if we go to nose width, I always have a problem with the noses in this game. They always look massive. They always look way too fat. They do in most of these type of games. I don't know why, so I always turn that all the way down. The hair, I'm actually going to leave the same. So we're going with standard Mr. Everyman, almost Nathan Drake-esque hair, because that's what every sort of late 20s to early 30s male white protagonist has. All we're going to do in this case is cycle through the colours till I get the closest to black. Which is that one. Fantastic. Not going to change the eyebrows, nothing else. No features. Next. And our name. Okay, so we are going to be Mr. Everyman. So what would be a good name for Mr. Everyman? I tell you what would be a good name for him. He's going to be Stan. Mr. Stan Dard. That is exactly what our guy is going to be called. Okay, and this is who we have. Stan. These are our stats. I explained this all to you on my very first playthrough, but we're high in intelligence, which governs long gills, persuade, hack, medical, science and determination, perception that governs handguns, long guns, heavy weapons, dodge, lockpick and engineering, and charm, which governs persuade, lie, intimidate, hack, science and inspiration. Fantastic, we are ready to rock and roll.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Okay, and indeed it is a nasty, nasty way to go. So here we are on Terra 2 in the Emerald Vale, playing as Stan, and we have, of course, not necessarily witnessed the death of Alex Hawthorne, but we are definitely here at his body. Why you would keep the beacon in your hand, who knows? Anyway, let's get this going on, guys. And at first, the first things you will notice, or should notice from a normal playthrough, or the differences therein, are 3 extra gauges up in the top left of the screen, and that is food, thirst, or hunger and thirst, and sleep gauges. Okay, so we need to mosey quite quickly, because of course they deplete. And although I'm now stating we need to move quickly, I will in fact be trying to be more calculated and be more thorough in this playthrough than I have in previous, or was in my previous playthrough, because as I was playing more of my own private save file, I did notice that I could have been more thorough, and I was not when I was doing videos for you guys. So I will try and get that happening in this. And as you can see, I stuck very close to the wall, and these timid canids did not see me at all, which is weird. That one kind of saw me a little bit there, but its gauge went back down, so that's fantastic. Okay, path to the ship.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
I agree. Bound to be unforeseen side effects. Ow. Yeah, I'm not going to use a health thing, a health vial, or it's a medical mask, isn't it? A medical inhaler in this. I'm going to use that yet.
Hey, you, come here.
Okay.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Okay. Well, sit still and we'll patch you up, fella. I'm going to try and be as good as I can be, but we might do a little bit of role-playing as we get into the game. I'm not so sure what I want Stan to be here. He's kind of going to be a blank slate for the most of this. So we're going to decide what our own moral grey areas are and how we're going to go about it. Okay, we're going to patch you up, though. You look like you're in pain.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Okay, and let's just pretend we're digging for lore here, and this is our first time. Spacers, what?
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Okay. So what's this about marauders then? Felon.
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. And sorry, I said guard felon. It's not guard pelham. I've got a better idea. Give me your gun, and I'll go sort out those marauders, fella.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Jesus Christ, man. You really are brainwashed. So, can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something?
A little bit.
You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Okay. Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
No, I'm not with Auntie Cleo. Okay, so we're done here. I'm off. Okay. So let's have a look around. Let's see if there's bits we can get. As you can see, my gauges for hunger, thirst, and sleep are not depleting too quickly. The thirst is always going to deplete the most, so I've been told. So we have to watch out for that. I'm going to take your mag pick, and we're gonna take the salt tuna fillets and pick up any food and liquid we can because we need this. We now need this. The game is going to be played a slightly different way from this point on, guys. Obviously, dehydration tablets and such. We'll have to find out what any of these things are good for anyway.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Okay, and the description of tactical time dilation, or TTD. Okay, we don't need that right now. However, let's go into our inventory. So we've got the weapons management. Let's just get all of these tutorials out of the way. The armor management. The consumables. Of course, consumables, we've got to keep an eye on this. So, dehydrated water. Water without hydrogen or oxygen. Sugar drink. Yeah, and it's got a sale value. Just add air, now available in carbonated. So it's water without the hydrogen or the oxygen. So it's an empty bottle. Is that what they're telling me? I'm not going to be able to drink that and be hydrated. It's dehydrated water. That's interesting. That's fucking hilarious. They're basically telling me it's junk, but it's not. It'd be interesting to find out what, if anything, that does. And of course, we have our other tabs here. We're going to go into Journal. And we have the dreaded Codex. I'm just going to have to click all these. Hopefully, if I've set the options up right, this will now stay open. When I've opened them all, they'll stay like this from now on. Again, I should really go into my my settings and check, because there's actually a tab that does this in the game. Something that caused me so many problems in my first playthrough, or the first part of my original playthrough, was we had to keep coming in here and clicking on all this stuff because it really annoyed me. If I hit this, we can actually check, and I will quickly. If I go to, I think it's UI, it's got auto collapse inventory. No, we turn that off. That should now leave this all open at all times, because this counts as inventory. It's weird. It's weird that this counts as inventory when inventory's here. But yeah. And one more thing while I'm here. Yeah, these are both left on, so show player helmet and show companion helmet. Like I said to you guys, I want the armor to be fully visible. Okay, take these barrels out. Okay. Whoa! Jesus! Okay, physics be damned. And we've got ourselves a piecemeal mining helmet. A Sprat as well, I'm not going to kill him. You have a new item, view it in your inventory. Well, I will, but first we're going to check this guy out. And he's got a piecemeal mining helmet as well, fantastic. And again, picking up everything, as much food and liquid as possible. So we've got some fish sticks and other bits and pieces there. Mock apple, bunch of nanas. Some mag picks. Okay, hacking and picking tutorial. Very, very easy. We're going to do that now. Okay, the telescoping staff. Fantastic. And, of course, we go back to our journal. And now we can see what we need to click on. I don't need to keep opening those things all the time anymore. Still annoying that I need to click on all of these. But, hey. Okay, there must be one down here as well. That's going to be most of this playthrough, guys. You just watching me click on little things with stars, which is really, really annoying. Okay, let's give ourselves that helmet. Oh, we look swank. We look beautiful. We look like Isaac Clarke's budget cousin, the guy they would have relied on if Isaac had in fact died in the Dead Space games. Okay, so let's get down because we know there's some guys here. Okay. Right, he's dead. Okay, give myself 2 heals. Because of this guy down here. And he's done. Fantastic. Okay, we're probably not going to be picking up as many medical inhalers, so we're going to have to be careful about that. Where'd he go? There he is. Thank you. And of course the last guy was over here. So they did hit a bit harder, obviously. I wouldn't have had to heal under normal circumstances. Fantastic. Okay, so that's everyone in the area. Your health does still regen, just not as quickly.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Glad to, Lieutenant Mercer.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Oh, no!
That rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Is that true? Okay. So, I heard. I found one of your teammates held up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
He'll make it. He'll make it. I helped him out with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
You mean you're a little bit of a coward. So we've got, obviously, Persuade, Light, and Intimidate. And before, I believe I said to Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge. This time I'm going to Intimidate and say I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey.
Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Love it. Love lamination. Okay, let's see how these guys do. Oh, I missed all of those shots. Oh, they're doing okay. Nice. They got them all. Fantastic. Means I didn't have to. Awesome. Nothing in him. Some canid meat. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we haven't picked up any more armor, which is not a major problem. We also have, which I didn't notice before, the Hope insignia from the ship we actually came from, which is quite cool. But I was hoping we'd pick up at least some Marauder armor, but maybe not. Or I was hoping maybe Lieutenant Mercer and her good friend over there, whatever his name is, Kimball, might die, and therefore give me the opportunity to take their armor, but apparently not. Okay, Kimball's over there. I'm not going to fight them either. I'm not in a good position to do that, and I want to try and stay on everybody's good side. Okay, let's make our way in.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
You say that, Ada, but I think we all know different.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Yes, but we all know that it isn't.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
Fantastic. So what am I going to do? Access the cargo hold's workbench. Because, of course, the Crux 2000 workbench, and we all know how this goes, guys. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is break down. And I want to break down a load of these bits and bobs. Leave us with one of each. And I want to repair the shotgun. It's going to take 16 parts, but it is now repaired. Don't need to repair the pistol yet. Fantastic. Not going to modify anything as of yet. If we go back to the inventory, put that sucker up there. We'll put the saber at the end. Hopefully I won't need to use it. And of course we've got more bullshit on the codex screen, because of course we have workbench, broken items, junk items, fast travel. Okay, fantastic. Awesome, awesome. So we've done that. And something I probably should point out to you guys that I did not, or at least I don't believe I did, in my first playthrough, or my original playthrough, is this over here.
Please be advised that using the respecification machine will not make you a better person.
Okay, Ada actually says something different after you are the new Captain Alex Hawthorne. But yes, we have this, the vocational competence respecification machine. You can actually respec your whole character. I ended up finding this out during the videos. I don't know why, or during the time I was playing at the same time as doing the videos. I don't know why I never showed you guys that, but I didn't. So yeah, if you ever get bored of your build or want to do a different one, jump on that and have a little play.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's have a little talk.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I don't think it will. I'm going to say, what are you going to do? Self-destruct?
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realise that we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Okay, well, we need to get this ship in the air. Yeah, actually, is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Hawthorne's dead.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I do, and I do get it. If I'm not Captain Hawthorne, you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Okay. Luckily, we have a high enough engineering skill to ask her additional dialogue, so I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
I do understand. And I'm going to say Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I will try to stay alive this time, but just like any good hero, I keep coming back. Okay, we have leveled up. Let's view the ledger. And also Auntie Cleo here telling us about skill improvements, which we know all about anyway. So again, straight off the bat, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go for the leadership this time, because companions can die permanently. I'm only going to be taking them out very rarely, maybe for their own companion missions. So I'm going to try to leave them behind most of the time. It's going to be worse for me. It's going to be very, very dangerous for me, in fact. But I'm not gonna level this up until I decide I definitely need to take them with me. So first things first, dialogue. 5 of them in there, and more technical. Beautiful things, fantastic. We'll take them. We've got combat dialogue abilities unlocked. So now, if we shoot anything, they may get feared, or they may believe we're far too powerful and try and run away, or all that good stuff. Selecting our perks now. Now usually I'd go for health straight away. Yeah, and I also want the durability to be decreased on my weapons, the durability damage. There's also a few other things here that I want to look across, because I can't remember all the level 1 stuff. I do 25% more damage when alone in my party, which I will be most of the time, so I'm going to take that perk. It's a bit of a different one. We'll go across to our journal as well, and of course in the codex here, somewhere here, yes, we've got level up, perks unlocked, skills unlocked, selecting perks, skill improvements, combat abilities. Fantastic. Okay, and yeah, I don't know if Ada will say the other thing now.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Fantastic. She said it about the workbench. Will she say it about the respec machine as well?
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself. Right before he died.
There you go. There you go. She does talk to us like...
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
I understand.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
What surveillance devices? I didn't even see anything. She's talking about the lights running through the... Is this Mass Effect? I don't know. Okay, I think we've... we'll have a quick explore, see if she'll talk to us.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Cool, and that is literally all doors.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Understandable. And that is where the toilet is, locked. Fantastic. Okay, right. One more thing to mention is I did do a quick check before I started this because I knew, of course, that it is required that you sleep in supernova mode in order to heal wounds, and you have to save here on the ship. Of course, we have a bed here, so we don't need to get into the captain's room yet. Number of hours of sleep. We'll give ourselves... the minimum you can sleep is 6, so we'll do that. Right, thirst. You're thirsty and you need a drink. In supernova difficulty, you must drink every few hours to prevent dehydration. Consuming a non-alcoholic drink will clear your thirst and prevent dehydration for a few hours. Without drinking, your dehydration will get worse over time in 4 stages. Reducing your dex, then your perception, then your intel, and each stage before eventually death. So, yeah, all 3 of these will be reduced at each stage. Yeah, so we need to start drinking. And as you can see, we have rested in a bed, and any health we might have lost has been recovered. However, now we have a symbol just to the right of our health bar, which says we are really thirsty. These guys waiting for me outside as well must be like, oh, that guy just went in there and hasn't come out. I'm surprised he didn't come in for me. Okay, here they are.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
And of course, just like I did before, I'm going to lie to you and say I'm a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay, you do that. Fantastic. And now it's close to the night time. Stars are out twinkling in the sky. Bit cloudy as well. So we're gonna make our way to Edgewater. There's a few bandits we have to kill. There's a couple up here. There's a couple over here. We'll take care of the ones over here first. We'll draw them in with a pistol. Get that guy to come running to me. Nice. Nice. Down and out. Did take a little bit of damage there. Item repair. We're not looking at item repair right now, and I'm guessing they're talking about the toss ball stick, because these two are fine, really. That'll be in resting, and thirst is in the codex. Item repair should be in here as well. There you go. And grazes. Low damage weapons are inefficient against heavy armor. When more than half of your damage is absorbed, you will see your damage numbers float downwards. So grazed stuff. See, things I'm still learning, guys, because I obviously, even in my own playthrough, didn't read through all of this. Fantastic. But what I went in the inventory for was the foodstuffs. Okay, so let's see about health increase. We're not going to do the alcohol. Tarmac and G's. Carbohydrates, plus 200% natural health regeneration lasts 2 minutes. And I already have health regen. So, yeah, we're going to eat that. We're going to eat that and the health's going to regen a little bit faster. Fantastic. And we've got some other dead bodies of residents here. And another one of these guys. Okay, that's them cleared out here. I'm going to pop up, get my shotgun out. And make my way around here to where the other marauders are. And hopefully we're going to do okay here. Sneak through the grass at the back. Nice. See if we can get this guy to come to me. We can. Boom! Nice. Fantastic. And as you can see, the damage they're doing to me, even with eating that food and the health regen, that wasn't enough. I still had to use a medical inhaler. These guys are hitting much harder now. Much harder. Okay. Even when I managed to kill the first guy while I was still in TDD, yeah, we still get that. Okay. We can't sleep in these beds now. Cannot sleep out in the wilderness. It is not safe. Okay, fantastic. Do I have anything that will quench my thirst? By the looks of it, not. What does this actually do? Dehydration. Dehydrated water. Dehydrated water tablets do, in fact, rehydrate you. Who would have thought? So, my bar's gone back up to full. I've got a health regen plus increase on there. So, we are no longer thirsty. So, I should have probably taken them earlier. So, they are a replacement. They are dehydrated, hydrated water tablets, or whatever they are. So that's insane. It just sounded like it was just air inside a bottle, the way that description was given. So that's good. That's good. That helps us out. We'll be on the lookout for them in the future. I don't know why I've got pre-sliced bread is now in a second medical slot up here. But that also works in conjunction with the Adreno through the inhaler now. So that's also very, very weird. What is the journal saying? What is the codex saying this time? Okay, the medical emergency inhaler, we know about that. And quick melee, which is the T key. Okay, we'll switch back to the pistol. Okay, fantastic. And these two routes lead to the same way. I'm not going to go down here yet. There's something I might explore later, leading down to the sea. We, of course, are going across to Edgewater. And I know I said it all the time in my very first playthrough of this, guys, but wow. Skyboxes are amazing in this game. Especially with the active volcano in the background there. And we come across our first...
Where'd you come from?
First major friendly NPC, other than Lieutenant Mercer, of course. And the guy in the cave. This is Silas.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
Yeah, I know about that. I've just been that way. So I'm going to be honest with Silas. My pod crashed in the hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium?
A little bit.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Okay. So in terms of trying to get as much experience as possible, of course, I'm going to lie to this this lovely gentleman. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Okay, who do I talk to about a power regulator, good man?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Okay. You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Really? Why is he a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Okay, we'll do. Where can I find these people, Silas?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Okay, good to know. There was something else I wanted to ask you, though. Since we're going more in-depth in this playthrough, guys, I'm going to be absolutely picking the brains of every character I come across, because this game isn't the longest, and I feel like it deserves a little bit more attention.
Yeah?
Have you lost a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What were they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
And it's weird because I never picked up on this, of course, the first time playing this game. But why would marauders take bodies? They're not going to eat decomposing bodies, are they? And of course, the question is answered later. How long have you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, whatever it is?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Okay. I would say this town is going to be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed, but I don't know if that's just a randomly nasty thing to say. I don't think we'll get any more information out of him for that, so there's no point. That's all for now. And we leave the conversation. Fantastic. It looks like while we're in conversation, our thirst meter, I don't think it goes down. I don't think so anyway. Anyway, we're going to leave Silas to this. And as we come over here, I'm going to start doing things I didn't necessarily do in my first playthrough. We're going to go in here. I'm going to close this, because there's no way to absolutely 100% guarantee that you cannot be seen stealing in this game. But if you close the door and there's no one in the room, you cannot be seen. So first we've got early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the Jewel of Halcyon. Fantastic, fantastic. Also, if we check for our journal and go to the codex, those things, not quest tracking, those things appear in logs. So early retirement is the first one. Any bit of lore you pick up will come into logs. But we can steal lots of stuff here. So we're going to steal this. It'll be worth just to sell for scrap, if nothing else. Don't have a high enough lockpicking skill to open that. But we can take stuff out of these things. Oh, hello. Fantastic. Some pep pills and trip teas, and we can also access Silas's computer, so messages from the Inhumans Association. Yes, a special offer. Dear reader, your subscription to Inhumans Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of the newest publication, Shovels, Gazette and Quarterly. Awesome things. Okay. And we have another one from Spacer's Choice Human Resources. Edgewater Cemetery is a property of the Spacer's Choice Company. The Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. We have comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms, complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry, so that's the religious order there. And the final thing is, let your spirit rest in privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand grave site. Fantastic. Fantastic. We also have inventory logs. We have the burial invoices, and we can hack and bypass this, which we will. And the burial invoice here is for Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration, industrial accident. Burial status successfully interred in gravesite 13F. So gravesite fees paid and accounted. Inhumans amendment. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from the grave fee because I'm a kindly fellow. So he actually charged his family less because he was missing a hand. That's pretty awesome, Silas. And it's also pretty fucking weird. Okay, return to root and exit out. So that's all the information that terminal has. I did promise if I were to continue on the playthroughs of the Outer Worlds, I would read everything that I deemed worthy of reading. So that's what I'm going to do. Fantastic. So that's all the loot from there. And if we go up here, there's another room. I believe this is probably where Silas lives, on the outside of town. So I'm just going to steal more stuff. 2-hour energy brew. Awesome. And we've got some more tea, which hopefully will cure our thirst for us. Mag 2 zap, some bread noodles. We haven't quite got enough mag picks for this, which is a shame. Maybe there's one laying around. There is. There absolutely is. Fantastic. Wow, you have a nice open toilet shower thing going on there. Let's open this. Criminal activities, trespassing, lockpicking, hacking and murder, all considered illegal. And of course they are. Activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to be engaged in those activities without consequence. That's why I closed the door, Moon Man. So we get a sawn-off shotgun, energy cells, heavy ammo, light ammo, a thug kit, Mr. Power mod, and a 30-bit cartridge. Fantastic. We'll take this bypass shunt. Okay. Steal some bit cartridges. Awesome. Awesome. There's a bottle of 0G brew here. You'd think that 0G brew would quench your thirst, at least initially. It does not. It simply makes you drunk, so we're not going to drink it. Interesting to me is the tea. Caffeine drink. Mind attributes +1. Lasts for 30 seconds. Ooh. Ooh, don't know if it quenches thirst then. I assume it does, but the last thing didn't say it did, and it did. Yes. Caffeine drink, 2-hour energy brew. That's 2-hour energy brew. And of course, we've got the 0G over here, which is an alcoholic drink, which will do +1 to any personality attributes. But the hangover will give us -1 to dex, perception, and charm for 30 seconds. So, yeah, it's a double-sided coin. There's criminal activities. Fantastic. Okay, and let's transition into Edgewater. And here we are, the beautiful, beautiful town of Edgewater. And very run down as well. Cool, cool. So in my first playthrough, I didn't explore as much as I should have done. So what we're going to do is explore as much as we can now. There may be nothing, there may be some stuff. And here, there is some stuff. There's a body. There's a bit cartridge, some light ammo, and a mag 2 zap. And also this. Damaged letter. Anna, your mother passed away from plague. She wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment and failed to recover on her own. I found a site near the ocean to bury her. I know it's company policy to have her buried in the graveyard, but I just can't afford the fees. I'm heading out after dark to put her to rest. Say my final goodbyes and all. I know it's dangerous to go out alone at night, but I have to chance it. And if you're reading this, I want you to know that your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked as hard as she could. It just wasn't hard enough in the end. Love, Dad. So that sucks. That sucks incredibly hard, and it looks like the guy died as well, as did this resident. God knows why. God knows why. Maybe he caught him trying to sneak out. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, unless, of course, this is Anna's body. Is that female? I cannot tell. It's dark, and I don't want to assume gender. So that's one of the things that I never got to show you. Of course, it just comes with more exploring. Let's look back here. Back here, and we have a bypass shunt and some energy cells. Fantastic. The more the merrier. Get all that ammo. That's right, and of course in the barber shop over there we have Conrad, so we're going to go see. I never saw that sign before saying OSI, so the church is over there. I know the church is over there, but I never went in here before. So if we talk to the guard.
Start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set him straight.
Okay.
Friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
True, but we're coming in here anyway. I never showed you guys this. This is the sick house. There really isn't that much to do in here, but I'm going to close the door. I'm going to have a little talk and wander around, because these guys are dying, so you better believe I'm going to fleece them for what they have.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why is that?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Yeah. I don't really care about that.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's Choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
That's true, probably. But we have some decent medical training, so we could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
But you obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Okay, then I'll leave you alone. Okay, I think that's the only person we can actually directly talk to in here. I think the rest,
At least I paid my gravesite fees.
yeah, the rest of them don't really talk, and they're kind of just accepting that they're going to die, which is pretty fucked up. We'll let the little sprat guy out, and we'll take what's ever in here. I don't think there is much of anything. It doesn't seem that way. The same in here. So we have a dead person, dead resident. We're going to take those bit cartridges. They don't need them anymore. Okay. Oh, hello. You're very much alive.
Move along.
No, I'm going to take that. You didn't actually see it. You weren't facing me. Fantastic. Dead. Definitely dead. Not going to steal the soul tuna because it's out in the open where people can see. Okay, and we have a dead person here. Mechanical sentry that's fucked. Some dehydrated water tablets. Definitely want to keep them in future. And another dead resident. Oh, another dead resident. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Great, I think that's pretty much everything other than these soul tuna cans, but I can't steal them without one of these two people seeing me. So I'm going to leave you with your meager portion of food. Fantastic. Okay, so I didn't show you guys that place before. I did overlook it for quite some time actually, and then I saw it looping back round through here and caught that, and I was like, another place to look at. Okay. Hello there, Spacer's Choice Moon Guy. Looking at me cheeky like. Okay, we're going to go into the barber shop. Probably should bring up the journal. Oh no. Oh no, they've all collapsed on me. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. It's not important. A small grave matter. Okay, so we've got all of the people we need to collect the gravesite fees from. Starting again, of course, with our friend Conrad here.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Has anyone ever told you, Conrad, you are a smug little prick? We're going to intimidate him, so I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Okay, so I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Because that's what the religious types do? You're Vicar.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
Look, Silas sent me to collect your gravesite fees.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length.
I bet.
I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Yeah, so you mean you're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Okay, I'm going to tell him that's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Your medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Okay, well, just give Silas an IOU then, chap.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
No worries. Okay, so if we immediately go in here and again close the door. Silas doesn't like to wander around a lot, which is handy. So we're going to take plain and pure water. That's good. We're going to take everything from the fridge. Our thirst bar is going down a little bit. We're going to examine this. So this is a letter from Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. And that's from Phyllis Granger. Okay. So we had that quest updated. This scientist has nothing on him. And this Spacer's Choice guard has nothing. Oh, I was hoping to nick some stuff off those guys. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna use the rehydrated or dehydrated water tablets, whatever they're called. Yeah, because I've got some stuff to do in town and I don't want to waste it. First thing I will do is I'm going to put the Marauder's armor on, which of course makes me look exactly as suggested, like a Marauder. Yeah, although these give me better tech skills, so maybe not so much actually. I'm going to leave that off. I don't need the +1 to armor because I'd rather have the +5 to tech skills on here. I don't care so much about stealth either. So yeah, we're going to leave that off for now. And we're going to talk to Conrad.
What can I do for you?
Well, Conrad, I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth for collateral your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
Well, you literally leave notes about it lying around.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
That's why I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Not only can you, but you must.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Okay. And that's us done with Conrad. Fantastic. Right, so next we're going to go and see Old Man Abernathy. But before we do that...
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay. We're going to go to the Emerald Vale General Store and we're going to sell some bits.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Okay. I need to fix the ship. Where can I find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Good to know. I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
But you haven't been to anywhere else in Terra 2, so you wouldn't know. I'm glad you're optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Okay, actually there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Probably because he tells everybody he doesn't want to be here. Anyone else?
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Okay. Interesting. That everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Okay, never mind, goodbye. Okay, so I didn't actually want to talk to him about a lot. He's not Julius Moriu.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Yeah, I don't believe he's an important character at all. But again, lore building, ladies and gentlemen. What are you selling?
Music to my ears.
You're selling music to your ears. So your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill. We already know this, so we already have a 4% discount. And he's selling all this lovely, lovely stuff. I'm sure he's probably got some water in here somewhere. Or something similar. No, actually he hasn't. He's got ambidextrine. And ration pills. Actually has nothing worth any liquid. Anyway, we'll go over to here. We'll sell all the junk. We're keeping all our weapons mods and stuff for now. Oh, we actually can break these down, these shovels and that down into weapons parts. I didn't know that, and I've should have paid more attention to it. However, I'm actually going to sell these. It's always good to have a little bit more capital. We now have 162 bits. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's go see Martin Abernathy.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Hello, Mr. Abernathy.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Hello?
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Okay. Take it easy. Mr. Thompson didn't send me.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile. and there's the door.
So you and Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble, I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
And again, for the experience, we're going to lie to him. Yeah, he told me everything. How long did you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Okay. Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway.
Okay.
I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Well, might be a little bit harder than the last time we done this. So, I'm still going to do it.
You oblige me with your haste.
But
I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
It's made it all the way to his spleen. Yeah, we're going to do it, of course, but it might be, well, it will be even harder than it was for me the first time. So that'll be interesting when we go out there. Probably go out in a blaze of glory. Anything I should know about the community centre?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Oh yeah, because that's the problem, not the fact that they're going to violently shoot me in my face. You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you alone. Okay, fantastic. And while you're turned around, I'm going to steal your tuna. Because why not? And your Adreno. Yeah, you're too depressed. You're looking out the window. Nothing in that bin. Okay, fantastic.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Oh, here we go. Come on then, Esther Blaine.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got the symptoms of something. Are you saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
And what do you need the anthracillin for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town.
Yeah?
And we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Okay. So, just comes down to the moral grey area here. Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match the offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
You'll do me one better. What, one bit better or double? Or because if it's double, I'm definitely about that. I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Okay, you just go and sneak back into your corner with your eavesdropping and all the weird shit. Okay, fantastic. So we need to go and see Phyllis Granger, and she, of course, is over there in the cannery. Before we do that, though, we're going to pop in here. I'm going to go talk to Constable Reyes.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
How very nice of you. I'm looking for work.
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay, cool. I have some questions for you.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Okay. So who do you work for? Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
So who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
Well, you know. So you're basically a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it.
Yeah, you say that like I said it was a compliment. I chose that as an insult to you, but you know, there was one other thing.
Something to report?
No. No, I'm not going to tell her or ask her about Phineas Wells. I don't want to bring any of that up in conversation because I think that may just make other things happen. There's no need for that. I don't intend to sell him out, so... Okay, so we got a quest from here. We can't steal anything. She'll instantly just kick our asses.
Better rations.
We all wish we had better rations. Let's have a look around here. Anything of note? There is. Awesome. Just one little box. Okay. And this, of course, is the maintenance division or Parvati's place. Take the mag pick. We can use the workbench here. We're not going to worry about modifications. We are going to break some stuff down though. And we can repair the tossball stick while we're here. Don't need to worry about the hibernation suit or the piecemeal mining helmet for now. Might as well get rid of that as well. And that. Fantastic. And you guys may already have noticed this video has gone on a little bit longer, and it will go on for a little bit longer because we've done this all before, but now I'm doing things a little more in depth and just trying to cover everything. Also, I cannot save until I go back to my ship, so I'm gonna play as much as I can, then fast travel back to the ship at the end of the video, or walk back, whichever I can do better, and save there. So we'll always be starting from the unreliable in the video, so I can't save during all of this. The game may autosave. I haven't noticed it autosave yet, but yeah. Also, I'm letting my hydration level deplete. If we go into the character screen, there should be some details. Thirst. You haven't taken a drink in a while, which is lowering your dexterity. So our dex is currently being lowered. Here we go. There you go. Dex. Dex has gone down. It's now below average. We're minus 10% melee weapon attack speed, minus 25% ranged weapon reload speed, minus 30% weapon durability, below average. Penalty weapon durability loss is increased. Good thing we aren't using our weapons right now, and we won't be until we possibly will be leaving town. Okay, I can't open that right now. The lockpick skill is high enough. Haven't got any mag picks though, well, not enough. Fantastic. So our weapon durability actually decreases so much faster if we're dehydrated. God knows why. God knows why that's even a thing. But yeah, luckily because we're not firing them, the durability isn't going down. Oh, we have some mock apple juice, some plain and pure water, and tarmac and cheese. Okay. Yeah, there is literally no point in me... oh, we have some apple juice as well. Nice, nice. Okay, let's look around. Let's just take all the Parvati stuff. Some lager. Let's read the terminal. Oh, can't open that. We don't have enough mag pigs. So this is Robert Holcomb's terminal. Open last search. Indumati. First entry. Indumati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform, and I asked her if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me, as I look up and think of you. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one, but her name is Parvati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Indumati. Okay, so Robert Holcomb and Indumati were the names of Parvati's parents. So, yeah, they were immediately separated. They have a little bit of a fling while she was assigned here in Terra 2. And how awful a corporation like Spacer's Choice is decides that she's reassigned and that she has to give up her child and it has to go to Robert instead because his job is not as important. So he can raise the child. Anyway, so the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. One record found. I sat up last night reading the Young Spacer's Guide, almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have the parts of it memorised. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. So that was from him as well. Awesome, awesome things. Okay, what's in this room? A bypass shunt. Always good. Nothing on the shelves. Okay. Bathroom, nothing in here. I thought there was one more room here. I mean, this is outside, right? Ah. There's some ammo. It's always good. No, that's it. We are golden. Okay, we've got everything out of Parvati's room. Okay. So,
hey, you hear about Wilson?
anything around here? There is. Gotta look in every corner, every nook and cranny. Stuff is hidden. It's just rubbish. Aha. Few little things here. Mag picks. Oh. This leads back round here. Cool, cool. Didn't actually know about this. Shows how little exploring I really done before. Okay, so how many mag picks do I have now? What is this? This is another sawn-off shotgun. Pretty much exactly the same. Okay. And we're going to put this in there for now, until we get another gun. How many mag picks? I now have 4, which still isn't enough to open anything in here, is it, if I remember? Oh, bypass shunt. Good thing I came back in. I think I need more, don't I? Yeah, I need 5, and the one upstairs is the same. Okay, so into the Saltuna cannery. Okay, so we are looking for Foreman Granger. She is up there, Phyllis Granger. We'll go and see her and ask for her gravesite fees.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm not one of your new workers. I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Okay, well, how about gravesite fees? I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Okay. These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Yeah, so I've heard. But it must be tough losing your family.
Eugene wasn't family.
You said the closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You cannot be serious. Yeah.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would have? Means you didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. I was going to question her about the gold teeth. I don't know if I can do that now.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to talk to you about Eugene.
I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep.
I found your letter to Conrad.
Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence?
Yes, they have, and I politely told him to fuck off. I'll do what I want. You plan to steal his teeth?
Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you.
You're right, you don't. But it was funny watching you get mad anyway. Okay, cool. Let's have a look around here. Since there's Spacer's Choice guards, make sure you close all of the doors before you steal their stuff. Ooh, what have we got here? Riot Control Armor 6 and gives us a Tech Skill +5. Yes, please. Fantastic. Still not absolutely the most beautiful armor ever, but I dig it. I dig it a lot. Okay, my dehydration is getting heavy. I need to be careful. Okay, let's look at this terminal. So this is the terminal of Foreman Phyllis Granger. Messages from Mr. Reed Thompson. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctions you access to medical treatment if in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not in any circumstances distribute your ration of medicine to any other worker. We're all in this together. Like, contradictory point, we are all in this together. Are you joking? Yep, personal files. And we're going to hack this. So the password is Tenderfer. Welcome, P. Granger. Personal files, last entry. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Nice. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, you'll get your medical privileges. Is a start. It's a start. Which is a lie because we know. Oh, okay, sleep deprivation. You're tired and need to sleep. In supernova difficulty, you must sleep in the ship every day to prevent exhaustion. Without sleep, your exhaustion will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your temperament, intelligence, and strength at each stage before eventually death. All Spacer's Choice employees are required to get a minimum of 2 hours rest every day to maintain focus. Just 2 hours. That's a joke. Okay, so let's have a look. Details. So we now have fatigue. You haven't rested in a while, which is lowering your temperament. And if we go to summary, and we go to temperament, which is now below average. I think it was average anyway. Zero passive health regeneration, which I believe it was on 0.2 or 2 before. Yeah, because something else was affecting it. Okay, okay, so we've looked in there. So I've got no health regeneration anymore. It's not a big deal because I've got to go back to the ship to save the game anyway, guys. But we still need to look around a little bit more. Just go in here. Shut this up. There's no one in here. Good. Let's start the thieving. So we have the Guide to Mechanical Engineering, Volume 2. We're going to take that. That will apply to a quest line later. I can't remember where that goes. It goes here in the key items. It doesn't weigh anything. So we can in fact inspect it like we can everything else. It doesn't weigh anything, so it doesn't really matter too much. But Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 2, a dense technical primer on the mechanical engineering published by Spacer's Choice. This volume describes the process of repairing and dismantling common models of automechanical workers. Okay, so yeah, we don't need to worry too much about that. We can't. We only have a one lockpicking skill out of 5 for that. This is a company notifications terminal from the Office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. Symptoms of the infection have now reached a critical mass. I've instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality. Sorry, plague is a reality of life on the frontier. As spacers, we're expected to face up to that reality. And the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat you all. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering from the symptoms of the incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness, which is a load of bollocks, of course. Big load of bollocks. Reed, you absolute douchebag. Got some 0G brew. Cool, cool. Okay. Okay. There is probably a little bit more to discover here, but we need to make our way to Ludwig. I am slowly, and when I say slowly, I mean not so slowly, running out of time for the video, guys. And I know it's already been an hour and a half, and I thank you greatly for your patience. But yeah, I actually need to go to Ludwig, get his gravesite fee, and then go back to Silas. And then we need to make our way to the ship. So we're going to do that now. Hello there, Ludwig Miller.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Not here for that. Silas sent me. You owe him some gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Not so much, Ludwig. What are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
I have to tell you honestly, Ludwig, if my cock is big enough for me to cower beneath it, I'm probably going to be doing something else with it around the time the mechanicals come. Probably using it to beat them to death with. But, yeah, if your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Okay. Proper armies pay enlistment fees, though.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Yeah. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town.
Okay.
The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay. If I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple of pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Okay. I'm going to leave you be. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a little while, Ludwig. And by a little while, I mean the next video. What we're going to do is we're going to go see Silas, and then we're going to return to our ship. Aha, good thing too. More boxes. Okay, hello Silas. We have your gravesite fees.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Ha, funny. About those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
All done. Here's the paperwork and the fees.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, fair enough. I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible, Silas.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Cool, cool. So Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Yeah, he got it all over you. He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Okay. Just want to ask you something else.
Yeah?
No, it's not on here. I should go. I thought I could ask him about Eugene now. Maybe we can on the way back. But for now, we have to make our way back to the Unreliable. Before I do that, we're going to go into the inventory here. And I'm going to try the dehydration tablets. And we can't sleep yet. Hopefully that's only picked us up a little bit. So it does roughly about a quarter bar. So we're going to try the mock apple juice as well. And there we are. Okay, so our weapons will no longer take, just in case we have to fight anything on the way back, guys. I don't think we'll have to. I don't think the respawn rate increases. But it'll be a quick run back. We can fast travel back to the Unreliable. I don't really want to do that, though. But we do need to get some sleep. We absolutely do need to get some sleep. Yeah, the enemies haven't respawned, so that's fine. So we'll go back to Unreliable. And this is our safe zone, so to speak. So that's cool. And I can get some sleep. And we can pick up from here in the next video. These guys are still checking it out. What more checks do you guys have to do? Get away from my, Alex Hawthorne's ship. Okay. And this is where I'm going to end the video, guys. Sorry the video was so long, but I'm going to try to be more in-depth and cover as much as possible in each episode. Plus, I'm going to have to take it a little bit slower and watch my resources anyway, as you can see. I will go to sleep at the beginning of the next episode and just get out of the way with and done. I don't want to go to sleep now. I really don't want to be talking that much now because my thirst bar will be draining. But we've got a little bit of time. I'm not too bothered. I have some juices to drink. So sleep's more of the problem. And the food is going down very slowly, and I've got stuff to eat as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the start of this Supernova playthrough. I am going to enjoy having these extra things to deal with. The extra difficulty might end up pissing me off, I don't know, because the enemies are considerably harder.